Good morning, happy Thursday. My name is Nayoka Lynn. So today I want to talk about assumptions. But first, let me say this. It is time for us to examine our belief system. Yeah, is your belief system kinking your hose? What do I mean by kinking your hose? By restricting your flow, your natural flow of who you really are. Yeah. So we have assumptions about things. I've witnessed so many things about this, and I've examined my own assumptions as well. You know, I've lived in many neighborhoods, communities, and I just first want to say that I don't have a prejudiced, racist bone in my body. Never have. Since a little kid. Never, ever. So when I say things, please don't assume that I am racist, because I am not. Okay, so I've lived in many communities. I've been around all sorts of different people, and I love them all because I love culture. I love it. Anyway, I've lived in a lot of black communities, and one of the last ones that I lived in, there used to be senior services coming in, and they offer the seniors different services and the help they might need, or put them in touch with someone who can help them. And one of the meetings, one of the very first ones that I was in, um, I was the only white person there, and I don't have a problem with that. It's not a thing for me. The reason I mentioned it is because the girl got up and she said that in black communities, we know how hard it is and how hard we have to struggle, and this happens and that happens because we are black in a black community. And that kind of hit me like, what? Now, I'm not saying that no black person has ever witnessed racism on some degree. What I am saying is that was an assumption on her behalf, that because you were black in a black community, you struggled. So, and I know she didn't mean no harm. So I got up after she was all done and I introduced myself, shook her hand. She was quite sweet. And I said, I would just like to make mention of something. You mentioned, and I said what she said. I said, I just want to tell you something. It's not just black folks in black communities that struggle. Mm-hmm. It's an assumption. Yeah. And what's wrong with this assumption? It's a belief that you have, that you believe is true. So if you believe this is true, it becomes true for you. You've kinked your hose. Mm-hmm. I've seen so many posts about black women struggle because their black men aren't showing up for them. Let me tell you a little secret, my beautiful black sisters. White women go through the same thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Hispanic women go through the same thing, and so on and so forth. It's not just a particular race. I'll be glad when all this division ends. I think it's a little ridiculous myself. We are all human beings. We all bleed. We all have a heartbeat. We are the same. We have a piece of the divine in all of us. Mm-hmm. Assumptions are crazy. You can assume just because somebody is of a certain race and they're quiet and they seem sweet, you can assume that they're weak or they're stupid or whatever. You can assume that, but it's not necessarily true. Where's your proof? Yeah. I've had lots of situations and instances where because I've healed on a lot of areas, and I don't react and lash out when people say things to me in a way where they're hiding stuff behind their words, and they run it by me and they think I'm stupid or that I've missed it or I'm weak some kind of how. Not missed a thing. No, no, no. I guess I collect data. And I love to believe the best about people. And I've got the ability, and I'm grateful for this, to see people's hearts and their souls, and I feel their pain. But it doesn't mean because you've said something or done something shady that I've missed it. Not missed a thing. And if I did right then, things get revealed. The truth always surfaces, don't you know? It always surfaces. So it's not really good to assume. It's not good for us to assume that a certain race is a certain way. It's not good for us to assume that women are a certain way or men are a certain way or anybody. It's not cool to assume that because you're a Democrat, you must be this, or because you're a Republican, you must be this. Isn't it sad? When will the division end? When will the division end? Assumptions. Yeah. It's not a good thing. It's not a good place to be when you live your life on fear-based beliefs, because that's basically what assumptions are. Yeah. They're beliefs that have no proof really behind them. Now, just because a situation might be true on one instance doesn't mean it's true all the way around. So may I suggest that we release our assumptions. Let's look at our belief system. Is it holding us back? Do you have a belief about something or somebody that's holding you back? And then there's judgment in play. And that's never a good thing. Whatever you judge comes back to you. Yeah. Some kind of how. Yeah. None of us are exempt. We've all got stuff that we need to let go of, process. It's not a horrible thing. It's nothing you should be ashamed of. It's just something that you should handle, to take care of. So may I suggest we all, once again, examine our belief systems. Time's moving fast. Time's moving fast. Things don't come back to us in a longer lag, if you will. It's happening quickly. Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's all I want to say about that. Let's examine our assumptions about how we have these preconceived notions about the way things are. It's not necessarily true, and it's not serving you or anybody else. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's all I want to say about that. I want us all to be healthy in our minds and our hearts. Yeah. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I will and shall. Namaste.